I want my horses looking down their nose. I want the head to be the highest form because that's way more natural. And I want to get them to a place where they know how to keep their hindquarters underneath their head. Because if they're, the higher they are, the more they're bred to raise up. Like the Andalusians, the Lusitanos, the high-bred horses are way more collected.
Yeah.
So they're not about speed.
Yeah.
You drop that down, you're just putting them into race mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then when it depends on what you're looking for. They can't actually climb if they are not lengthening all the way from the back, because then the sacrum is not getting under and pushing them up. So now it's like, okay, well, how do we now get them to activate their hindquarters when we've set this precedent as this is where we're starting from? Well, then the way to get them to raise their back to actually start activating their hindquarters is that you have to actually manually raise them up with your legs. Okay, so this is it's direct in opposition to more of a classical style, but it's because the classical system isn't looking for the submissiveness in the same formula. They're going to look for the calmness through interaction and through positive work and through understanding of release, but it's not going to be based on a submission. So the horse is actually able to retain their own posture. Okay, so then yes, when they're way overbent, now they're going to be forehanded. So the idea is now if I can lift them in the middle, then I can get the hindquarters to get under. You see? I want my horses looking down their nose. I want the head to be the highest form because that's way more natural. And I want to get them to a place where they know how to keep their hindquarters underneath their head. Okay, so anytime the horse is looking past their nose, like if their nose is here, they're staring at the ground. It's submissive. It's like I have to be like this, and now I'm just trusting that you're taking me somewhere that I'm okay, because I can't take care of myself. So I've had to let go. Do you see what I mean? So it's a more submissive style. Again, I'm not giving opinions. We're just talking about, because I used to be in that presentation too. It would always be, we just get them. I don't even think anything of it. And the Western world does it. It's like normal. Yeah. It's just a cultural kind of presentation. Absolutely. Now, is submissiveness in certain cases very valuable? 100%. But it can be overdone to the point now that you're actually losing the value of the throughness of the spine. And most of us, a lot of people who have kind of a handy edge, most of the horses are going to be overbent. They're overflexing because they're trying to get them to soften to the reins. And if you don't know how to use the movements to get that softness to affect back here, then that softness is predominantly coming out in the neck, and then it will stay. So you get these bobbing situations, right? Yeah, and that's when they're trying to hold it in those positions. Now the neck is muscular to hold that kind of overflexed posture. So yeah, I sometimes struggle with the conversation simply because I don't want to sound like I'm bashing anybody. I don't want it to. I don't like that at all. I'm not trying to do that, but it is. When you look at form and function, when you start with this, then you have to do that to try to get this. But if you just started with this different, then it changes the whole process of the schooling. Rodeo is all about, it's like the culture is very rugged. So then it's mostly submission first. And then you compare or contrast that to the old schools, in Vienna. And now you're looking at a whole different world. But what migrated from Europe to Canada was rogue, wild people who were up for a very adventurous lifestyle. And then they started, ranching and trying to get horses to do the work, and it was wild. So we're just it's like an evolutionary process of advancing our system of training.